change of plans. We're having a few issues with this, just slipping a little bit, and I'm thinking the gears will end up stripping. It's only got really cheap and cast alloy gears in it.
Yep.
So before we go and do too much work and put panels and stuff on it, I've got this. This was out of a spare out of like a Commer van, 1960 British Commer van.
It's not like you to have old van parts lying around.
Yeah. So it's probably a pretty good size.
Yep.
It'll mean that the steering wheel's just got to go slightly further over this way.
Yep.
That's not a big deal. This shaft will get cut shorter. It'll end up
Somewhere there.
that far across, but obviously down nice and low.
Yep.
Sort of like that.
So it's massively bigger.
Yeah, it'll be good though. I'll never have any issues with with it working. This will do a full size car, so yeah, it'll be sweet. So we're going to pull this apart, pull that one out, see how we're going to cut this down and re-weld it.
Sick.
And then have no issues from then on.
With the steering in here.
So it should be relatively easy to shorten this. Just slide that off. So we just want to keep the bottom bit of that, the top bit of that, so we'll cut however much out of there we need, and then the same with the shaft. Weld it back together, slide it back on, and we'll have a steering shaft about that long. Yeah, which should be good.
Is it hard to keep it straight, or do you just kind of do your best and
I'll just do our best. It should be pretty right. It's got to push up this end.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've done it a few times though.
I might even see if I can get a bit of tube that'll slip over the top of it.
Oh, yep.
Which will keep it straight. Drill a few holes in the tube and plug weld it.
Oh, yep, yep.
But we'll see if we can find a bit of tube. I'll show you how we can do that later. Forward and one step back.
Underneath that, eh?
Doesn't really worry me. Yeah, it might be better. Just need that hanging out just enough so it doesn't go on the panels. So I can go back a bit as well. It's going to be straight there. Yeah, somewhere about there. I'll grab that other bracket and flip it on. See what we can do.
She's a fair bit heavier than the old one.
Right, so we'll put this straight. It's hard one way. One. Half, about 1.5 each way. Half. So that should be about the centre. Let's see. Half, 3/4. Back to the centre. Half, and back to the centre. So that's straight, now we can drop this arm on. Brace that off to there. maybe one back down to there somewhere.
Yep.
And a little one off there. And we can still unbolt that, drop it down, still slide that out. Should be good. And we just got to figure out how much we're shorting this fella. I'm happy with that.
Dude, that was...
Pretty painless.
Yeah, a lot simpler than what I was expecting it to be.
Glad we did it now than after we've made body panels.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be so much more reliable as well.
Yeah, won't ever have to worry about it.
Won't have to fix that oversteer issue either.
Ah, that'll be good. Oh shit, come backwards. I was sure that was going to be the right way.
Fuck.
Now, how can we fix this? Oh, you'll get used to it.
Yeah. Turn left to go right and right to go left.
The other way we can do it is put the arm up the top. I think, well, that works. Almost had a disaster. I had it in my head that everything was right with the steering. Show you. Alright, so we had this here. And then on there, when we turn right,
Turn right.
the car's going left. And although you could think you might be able to figure it out, it's not a chance. So it's shit, what are we going to do? But it's not that bad. Put that up there like that, we'll make a new one of these arms that goes up here. Now when we turn right, that pulls back, which turns the wheels right. When we turn left, it goes forward, and that. Perfect.
Sick.
So yeah, the arm will just go straight up there, it still won't foul anything.
Dodged a bullet.
Lucky. Glue it back together.
Sick.
What we will have to do is put a 45 on this and the other one, just so the weld can really get
Oh, yeah.
in there and just penetrate it. Sort of fill that and get a decent bit of penetration.
Oh, I like a decent bit of penetration.
So you just have to try and,
How are you going to keep it straight? You just going to eye it, or?
yeah, just eyeball it. I'll tack one side and then we might just spin it around and just keep an eye on it.
Yep.
If it wobbles too much. It won't matter too much if it wobbles a little bit.
Alright, bro, so how are you measuring up the,
I probably should have taken slightly less out of the shaft, but anyway. So this is how much we cut out of the steering shaft.
Yep.
So it's pretty much that whole width. This is steel, that's alloy, so I can only weld steel.
Yep.
So I'll just leave like 5 mil on each end of this, put them together and
Make it
weld
work.
it. See how we go. It doesn't matter if it's slightly longer.
Yeah.
So it just goes in.
That sort of end bit, like basically the bit that we left, stuck out heaps further than this anyway, so even if it comes up a little bit, it's not going to matter.
You're right. I'll just, before I cut it, I'll grind all that.
Yep.
Just it's easier to hold when it's bigger.
It's true. This is true.
Of course you wouldn't probably do this on a road car. You're not going to weld a steering shaft. Go kart, I think it'd be just fine.
Oh, bloody god, mate.
Alright, so we've centered the steering wheel. And this has got little splines in there with like a couple of thick ones, so you can only have it in a few certain spots. You can't just put it anywhere. And the way it was like that, and it's sort of not in the right position. You need it as close to up here as possible, so it pushes evenly either way. So I've just cut this arm off, and I think I'm just going to flip it around backwards. So we'll have to lengthen this arm, but that way it'll give us a nice even sort of movement each way. I might even just cut this one a little bit straighter just to pull it just that way a little bit. Weld that. Got plenty of amps into it. Again, wouldn't do it on a road car, but let's go kart. guys. So we're figuring out the fuel tank today. I'm decided not to go with the front one. It had a few holes. I'm trying to weld it up, and it is so sort of contaminated inside that I can't get it to weld up without bubbling and making more holes. So we might just leave that one for now. So I picked up this, just a little gasoline tank, and just bought some little fittings there. A little tap barbed fitting. So that's going to sit about there in the centre, and the idea is to have the cap. The idea is to have the cap sticking out, so when these body panels are shaped like that, just the cap will hang out like that and be able to fill it up. So I'll mount that in the centre. I've just started welding a little bit here and here. Got this little bit of flat bar. I'll put that from there, bend it down to there, and then make another little bit just to cradle it. So we'll sit on there and that. It'll clear the axle. Sit in the middle and hang at the back. Be easy to fill up. Still got room for a battery down here if we need to put one. So yeah, let's get stuck in. See if we can work that out. Okay, that's what I've come up with for the petrol tank. Once this is all panelled in here, that will just stick out very slightly. Tap the little fitting into there. I'll run the fuel line down underneath, up to the front of the fuel pump. That'll be good, and you can still pull this out.